All right, so we are still looking into 2021. And the next trend we want to talk about is the self-publishing trend because yes, self-publishing is not new either, but we are seeing an explosion of self-published books these days.
Mhm.
And we're seeing self-published, thought leadership books, right? Amazon makes it really easy to do things like this. Amazon's not the only one, but
Right.
they make it very easy for people.
Yeah, and I think the thing with I mean, the thing I think a lot of people that self-publish books, right? A lot of times you don't even know they're self-published. You just don't, right? But the reality is it shows them as a thought leader, especially if they're business books, right? And these don't, and what's interesting too is we've seen them everywhere because we speak to a lot of people. We've seen books everywhere from like, I don't want to say 75 pages, maybe 100 pages
Mhm.
to a few hundred, maybe bordering 1,000, and it just really depends on what you want to talk about, who you are, what you're trying to get across. And the part about self-publishing books, to Nicolette's point, is things like Amazon, they've made it so easy to actually create these manuscripts and pretty much not actually write them, but to actually publish them. They've made it so easy that that self-publishing trend is just going to grow.
Mhm. And I just want to point out nobody is writing a leadership book to get rich. That's not
No.
why people are doing it. They're doing it to position themselves as an expert. If you're not going to make money, I mean, you might, I hope you do, but you're probably not going to make a lot of money just off your book.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. And do your research, people. But I don't think people realize how little you make off a self-published book at the end of the day.
Hmm. Yeah. And speaking of books, Insomnicat is actually creating we're self-publishing a book too. And
Yeah.
that's coming out in 2021. So, that'll be we're going to contribute to the trend.
Absolutely.